It seems like it's been an absolute age since we've done an Amazon Games Workshop rumor video, but today we're going back down that rumor hole again, and we're talking about something big. Apparently, Henry has approached a big A-list actor to be a part of the project. So let's jump in, let's talk about that, let's get waffling about that. Let's just talk about little bits of whispers that have been popping up here and there and try and put them all together in this video. Just like when we do model videos, please remember that everything that we're about to discuss is pure rumors. Nothing is factual. Games Workshop haven't announced anything like this, so take them for what they are, rumors and not facts. All rumors are lies until proven by Games Workshop via their social media postings. Now let's start with a big one, and this is all coming from a chap called Josh. He has a YouTube channel called Den of Nerds. You may have watched it, you may have heard of him before. He's really big into comic books, Marvel stuff, all that type of stuff. He does rumors and a lot of videos around all the upcoming production shows, rumors around that. I know Josh personally, I consider him as a friend. He knows rumors that I've known about, and he's approached me about, and I've gone, how do you know about that? Well, I know about that because I know about that, right? It's kind of like the Spider-Man meme. The only bad thing about Josh I can say right now in this video is that Josh collects Dark Angels, and we all know Dark Angel players are one of two things. They have secrets or they're heretics. Sorry, Josh, you made this choice. But Josh posted this over on Twitter. And as you can see in the background, the tweet states, just got confirmed by a second person, Brad Pitt is being eyed for a big role in Henry's Warhammer universe, which firstly hearing about that, because I actually have heard whispers about Henry approaching some big A-list stars. I think Carl Urban was one of them. The girl who was in the Bond, I think she's called Anna de Amoros or something like that. She was another person that was rumored to be approached in the Henry Warhammer IP series. There's been a lot of big names being slung around at this moment, but of course Brad Pitt is probably one of the biggest names that is in that bucket right now. So it looks like Henry is trying to get some, great personnel attached to this project. One thing that I will mention a part of this is that someone mentioned last night on stream when we spoke about this, what if it's something like Brad Pitt's actual video production company, because apparently that is a thing that he runs in the US, and maybe Henry wants to maybe like borrow sound stages, film stages or something because of the big plans that they have with this project. It could have been something where Henry approached Brad and said, hey Brad, I'm doing this thing with Amazon, it's Warhammer 40,000, it's Horus Heresy, whatever it is. We'll actually go into something in a second because Josh follows this up with something which is kind of spicy. But what if he approached Brad and said, hey, I'm doing this, are you interested? Maybe Brad said yes, maybe Brad said, it sounds cool. Probably not. We don't really know, but Henry is literally approaching these big stars, and hopefully we're going to get some more traction and movement and more rumors about this going forward. Now, the next bit of this is a tweet that Josh followed up with, and this is where it gets really spicy. I feel like I need my foil for this part of the video. So some chap called Warhammer Heresy, hey Warhammer Heresy, so it was over on my channel, he said, any details on the narrative they will focus on, and Josh responded, nothing concrete, but there are signs it will be the Scouring, ... That way they have Primarchs, but don't have to do the whole Heresy, which is a really interesting way of doing it. First things first, the Heresy, the Scouring, they're two separate things, but the Scouring itself is massively political in terms of lore and stuff like that. It does seem a bit of a deep end to jump in with, especially for people who don't know what Warhammer is, which is going to be the main audience over on Amazon, right? I'm sure most of us, we all know what the Scouring is. It's the Space Marines fighting back, pushing the traitors into the Eye of Terror, the Primarchs, ripping apart the Imperium, the Imperial Dream and stuff, Dawn, Gilliman, Vulcan, Jagatai Khan, right? Valdor is mixed in there, which is a big point we'll get onto in a second. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into the Scouring. So maybe this is a bit of a deep end to jump in with. But one of the things that really sticks out with me with this rumor and stuff that Henry's actually posted before is the image right now in the background. When they first announced all this, one of the things that they actually did it with was the image of the Imperial Aquila, but the future of it, like one side of it was like, pristine, and the other side was like all decayed. That is basically around a Horus Heresy / Scouring era, because that's what happened. It was the death of the Imperial Dream and the decay into the future, which sets up Warhammer 40,000. So I'm wondering if there is something linked here between this, the Scouring, the symbol that Henry literally posted over on his Instagram. Also, one of the big things that we've been waffling about on this channel now for absolute years is Pandemonium by Dan Abnett. It's all about the King in Yellow. It's all about a certain custodian, right? And his disappearance, what he's doing in current 40k, could that be revolved around here? Because we all know that Henry is an absolute massive fan of this person. I'm trying to be really sketch around this because there's a lot of massive spoilers in here that I don't want to spoil people with in case you haven't read certain books, Eisenhorn and stuff like that. But yes, there's a lot of things that don't make sense. There's a lot of things that do make sense at this moment in time, and it's just completely in the wild at the moment. One thing I will say, and the rumours that I've been whispered and that I've been hearing now for, what, I'd probably say over a year now, is that apparently the scripts are well underway. They know what they're doing. They know what they're writing at this moment in time, which of course makes sense because this show is probably going to be coming out 28, 20, probably late 27, 28, if things go smoothly this year and stuff like that. Maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's going to be like 29 or something. But the scripts, apparently what I've heard, are definitely underway. And this year, we should be getting an announcement of what they're doing. Like, don't expect trailers or anything like that. But apparently towards the end of this year, which normally does happen with this Amazon stuff, like normally around Christmas time, they do a big Amazon announcement. They've done it now for the past couple of Decembers. They've always announced something big with Amazon right at the end of the year. So it would make sense for them to announce what the project is at the end of this year and maybe give us some information. Say, yeah, right, the script writing is well underway. Maybe this person's a part of it, that person's a part of it, or something like that. And then, yeah, we just go into it and we can start making theory videos, waffling videos to get excited even more about this project. There's actually a lot of big people who are interested in Warhammer 40,000 now from like the acting point of view. Gary Oldman, his kids absolutely love Warhammer. Mate, Gary Oldman has been to Warhammer World doing private tours and stuff like that, popping in. Apparently his kids absolutely love orcs. Gary Oldman, confirmed heretic, right? So maybe they can approach people like this. Apparently the chap who Henry worked with on that World War II film, which name escapes me at the moment in time. I think his name is Richard something. Apparently Henry got him massively into Warhammer 40,000. I'll put his picture up in the background now. It's the guy who plays Reacher. Please forgive me if I don't know his name fuller. Apparently he's really into Warhammer 40,000 now. There's so many people that are getting into this IP, getting into Warhammer 40,000 that maybe Henry's, slowly sucking in and slowly getting his claws into, which I'm excited for. I really am excited for this project. I know there's a lot of people that say like Amazon are going to ruin it and stuff like that, which I completely understand because some shows that have gone over on Amazon have been absolute failures. Rings of Power, in my opinion, just wasn't the best. But it's also been some amazing shows that they've had over there. So I have confidence. It's all about who you have running the project. It's all about who you have writing the project. And with the rumours that I'm hearing at this moment in time, I'm confident at this time that they are going to do something fantastic, amazing. I just have my fingers crossed that we're going to get something just superb. And yeah, we're just all going to love it. Anyway, enough waffling from me. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching today's rambling. Should have really been a foil video, shouldn't it, really? We really went down there. But if you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post down below and we can have a nice little chinwag down there as we always do. See you now and bye-bye.